Okay, falls. Falls are different than rolls. Hopefully a quick video. Rolls should be quiet. Doesn't make a lot of noise. Falls are louder because when we fall, we don't want to reach for the floor. We want to wait and spread out the force along larger areas of our body, bigger surface area. So no one part gets hit too hard. If I fall and reach for the floor, all of my force goes into my wrist, and my wrist might not be able to take that. So we're going to start with, we have three kinds of falls. Side fall is the most common. Back fall, side fall, front fall. A back fall is kind of like the back roll, see that video, but I'm going to stop myself. And the easiest thing to do is to start from a squat. And the most important things to do are to protect your head and to not reach for the floor. If I roll back from here, I don't need to know how to do karate. I can just roll back. And nothing bad happens because I'm already down here. But we want to practice doing things the right way. So there's maybe 3 or 4 parts. Number 1, I want to tuck my chin. Look down at my belt knot. Keep my chin on my chest. That protects my head so my head doesn't hit the floor. Number 2, I cross my arms to get ready. Number 3, I'm going to roll back and wait. And I have a patch on the back of my uniform. You don't need to be wearing a uniform to do this, but if you picture like a button where the patch is, when the button touches the floor, my hands are going to go 45 degrees out, 45 this way and 45 this way, so my arms are 90 degrees to each other. Palms down, and I'm going to slap the floor to absorb the force with my arms instead of my torso. 1, 2, 3, and 4, I come back up where I started. Again, 1, 2, 3, wait, slap, and go. You can let your legs rise up. That also takes some of the force away. 1, 2, 3, and right back up. I don't need to slap the floor because I'm going so slowly, but I'm practicing for when I'm going faster. And back. Then, 1 knee up, 1 knee down, like our forward rolls, or our backward rolls for that matter. This is just a little bit higher, a little more realistic. I need to get this foot out of the way. I'm going to get this foot out of the way behind me so that I can sit down on the floor, tuck my chin, cross my arms, do all that other stuff, and then come back either the same way, or the other way, okay? Chin, arms, get your foot out of the way so that you can sit and come back up the same way, or chin, cross, sit, and come back up the other way if you want to practice the other way next time. I'm here, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't really matter what order you do those things, you just need to have them done before you roll back. 1, 2, 3, and go. And come back. Then, next step is standing up. But even when we're standing up, we don't want to fall back like a tree. That is a lot of force on your body. We're going to bend our knees and get down to the first one. We start standing, tuck my chin, cross my arms, and bend my knees, and now I'm back at that very first beginner level one. And try to get back where you started. Done a little faster, it's a little harder, but all the pieces are still the same. And eventually, we have people push you down, trip yourself, and your head should never touch the floor on a back fall. Side fall. Side fall actually happens more than back falls. I want to spread the force out on my side. This is my right. If I'm falling on my right leg is on the floor, bent a little bit. You can keep your ankle up. Some people like to do this so that their ankle doesn't hit the floor. My right hand is palm down like it was for the back fall. Okay? My other hand is up in a guard because presumably there's a bad guy somewhere that threw me down. I need to protect myself from him. And this foot has 2 choices. It can stomp on this side of my leg or on that side of my leg. They're a little different, but either one is fine. From here, to practice, level 1, we're just going to push ourselves over onto our other side. Back and forth, gentle or aggressive, whatever you want to do. That one hits a little harder. Okay, you're in charge of how hard you're going, but we're trying to do all the pieces as if we need to, even when we're going gently. Head is staying up, okay? Here. Then, there's a couple other ways we practice our side falls, other than having people throw us down. One is our walking side falls. I'm standing up because when we fall down, we're usually standing up. I'm going to slide my right foot in front and fall on my right side. To do that, I want to bend my other leg. I'm going to slide. It's hard to fall slowly. I'm going to slide my foot in front, bend my leg, and sit down. For this one, you probably don't land all at the same time. Your foot touches first, your leg touches first, and you might end up like that. And that's perfectly fine. And then we should practice our other side. So we slide our other side. I let my legs rise because that takes some of the force away as well. And we can just walk down the floor. Side fall. Side fall. Side fall. Okay? And you're in charge of how fast you go, how hard you go. And the way to make it easier is to bend this leg a lot and just sit right down. Super easy. But I still want to do it correctly. And then we can do a front roll into a side fall. Instead of standing up, you can practice your side fall this way. I'm going to roll on my right so that I fall on my left. Or I'm going to roll on my left to fall on my right. Gentle roll into the fall. Okay? That one hits a little harder, but you can still roll gently if you want. And sometimes the judo I did a little bit back in Japan, they would roll and push themselves back to standing. I'm sorry, they'd roll and fall and push themselves to standing. So it would be a roll and a fall and push themselves up. I don't know if I was on camera for that. I don't really do that too much. To be honest, if I wanted to stand up, I wouldn't do the fall part in the first place. I would just roll back up. But this is another way to practice. Roll and fall and continue yourself up. I think I was off camera. Play with that. Oh, sorry, no. Front falls, one more. Front falls are a little tricky. Some people practice the push-up defense. I don't like the push-up defense. The push-up one, starting on your knees is easier. You just fall forward and catch yourself with your push-up. Okay, that's all. Or you're on your feet, you bend your knees, and you catch yourself with a push-up. If you're falling slowly enough to do that, that's okay. But if somebody's on top of you, if you're going down hard, you're going to hurt your wrist, you're going to land too hard. Imagine running at a wall and trying to stop yourself like this. Probably not going to work. So instead, we do like a tripod. I don't want my body to touch the floor. Don't want my groin to touch the floor. I don't want my knees to touch the floor. We're imagining there's rocks, it's sidewalk, it's ice. It's hard, not soft like this. So the only things that can touch the floor for a front fall are my forearms in kind of a triangle shape and the balls of my feet. That's the only thing that touches the floor. And we start like this, close to the floor. We shoot our arms out like a plank, like a triangle plank, and we kind of shoot our ball of the feet back, like this. One more time. And I was taught to look to the side because out in the streets, there might be some rocks and stuff. I don't want my nose, my face looking at the rocks. I don't want to hit the rocks at all, but if I have to, the side of my face is better than the front of my face. So we turn to the side just in case there's anything sticking up, okay? From your knees, I need to shoot my feet back a little. If I leave my feet here, then I have to do this, and this is not right. That's too much that way. My arms go forward a little bit, my feet go backward a little bit, and I stay right here. And when you fall, any fall, you want to breathe out. Don't hold your breath, okay? And if you fall really hard, you can ki to make it hurt less. Then the next one is standing up into a front fall. But again, I bend my knees first, so I don't have to fall as hard. The rest of it's the same. Okay, not especially pleasant, but safer than trying to catch myself with a push-up. Safer than reaching for the ground, which we don't want to do. Especially if somebody's on my back going down with me, okay? Luckily, most of the time you can turn things into a side fall. And you can even roll into that side fall. Okay, so a side fall is the one that happens the most. Front fall is probably the one that happens the least, because I would rather roll out of it if I can. Work on those safely. Let me know if you have questions.